This is the story of the last unicorn. Once, long ago in a far-off land, there was a pack of extreme right-wing wilderness survivalists who were practicing paramilitary maneuvers deep in an enchanted forest. They'd already practiced bayoneting in effigy of the current sitting president when they decided to move on to target practice. "Let's go blast some wildlife," said the field general, who was looking for a chipmunk to turn into red mist with his M16. But oddly, they weren't able to find any animals, not a grouse, mouse, nor even a single zagelbrouse. "This is weird," said the general. "The only logical explanation is that a unicorn has cast a spell on this forest in order to protect her woodland brethren from our sweet-ass M16s. As luck would have it, there was a unicorn hiding nearby, but she wasn't there to protect the other animals. No, she was just there getting hella blazed." The general called out, "Attention, unicorn! We're going to fall back, but be careful. I'm pretty sure you're the last unicorn on the entire planet." Because she was so stoned, the unicorn immediately started getting super paranoid. "Holy F," the unicorn said to herself. "What if I really am the last unicorn on this planet? That's bonkers." So, still stoned, she stumbled out of the forest to look for more of her kind. The unicorn was about 2 miles and 4 spliffs outside the forest when she finally thought to herself, "Wait, what was I doing again?" But there was no time to answer. Before she knew it, she had been snagged by a couple of terrifying cyber bandits. "Ha-ha," said her captors. "We're a pair of cyber bandits. We're going to sell you on the dark web for bitcoins." To which the unicorn replied, "Huh?" So the unicorn was sold to the Ringling brothers without so much as a vape pen to keep her company. But one day, she had a visitor. "Holy shit, you're a real unicorn," said Schmendrick, the circus's non-union magician. "How'd you get in this cage?" "I was trying to find more of my kind." "Got any pot?" said the unicorn. "Sure," said Schmendrick. "I think I have some edibles." So they got high together and talked a lot about the band Fish. Eventually, Schmendrick said, "You know, there are other unicorns. They've just all been captured by the Red Bull. You know, the energy drink company." Turns out, Red Bull is like 80% caffeine and 20% ground up unicorn dust. It always pays to read the label, folks. So that night, they snuck away. They set off to the Red Bull bottling facility in King Haggard's kingdom, whose business-friendly government policies was the ideal place for an energy drink company to turn mythical creatures into the raw ingredients fueling their billion-dollar soft drink industry. Inside, there were 100 other unicorns waiting to be liquefied and turned into Red Bull. Quickly, Schmendrick and the unicorn immediately began setting them free. "Hey," yelled a security guard, "what are you doing? We need those unicorns. They're sugar-free." "This is Sparta," said the unicorn, as she bucked and kicked the security guard into a giant vat of industrial solvent, where he immediately was liquefied. That's why, to this day, Red Bull still has a slightly khaki flavor. You can really taste the khaki. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so the unicorns escaped back into the forest, where they spent the rest of their days in a cloud of pot smoke, ordering pizzas and rewatching 300 on Netflix. Or at least until they were all shot to death by the militia group, who the last unicorn had forgotten about due to all the pot. Oh well. Come back next time for the magical tale of Swifty, the talking mule who was also an Uber driver. The princess turned the pages again, and the prince turned into a canary. He flew up to the window, and she turned the pages backwards, and the prince turned back into a human.